Hey, it's Josh here. I want to tell you about how you edit the risk matrix that runs the model behind the EHAB platform. So when you go onto your project, you will start by looking at the forecast tab. If you scroll down to the bottom left of your screen, you will see that there is a section called settings, and you'll want to go to the thresholds tab. So within the thresholds tab are all the types of categories that you can use to assign risk events and risk thresholds to your different activity types. So I've got block work, I've got concrete sundries, I've got a variety of categories in here. Now, if I have already uploaded a plan and already matched some of these categories to my plan, then you'll see that we've got the categories that are in my main plan grouped at the top, and then the rest that are not in use. It will just be categories not in use if you haven't uploaded a plan yet. The first thing to do is to go through and check the thresholds here to make sure that you're comfortable with the numbers that have been set. So for example, I might say that actually concrete sundries having a minimum temperature of -20 is very, very low. So maybe I want to reset that to 0. I can do that. Perhaps if I've got a project on the coast, I need to set my wave heights to 2 meters height, for example. What this means is when I've set these numbers, when you assign a category as blockwork or concrete sundries, then in the model, when we're running the simulation for these types of thresholds, we'll use these thresholds here. So we'll use the 0 as a minimum temperature, the 25 as the maximum temperature, etc. So it's important that you get these numbers right and that you're comfortable with what those numbers are. The numbers that we've put in here are from lots of research we've done. They're from interviews with experts, but they may by no means be exactly correct to your use case. So if you've changed some numbers, you need to make sure that you click the save button. And then once you've done that, you'll receive a warning up here, which means you need to resimulate. So of course, you'll have changed your thresholds, and so it means we need to do a new simulation if you want to use those new thresholds in the results from the system. But what if there are thresholds that you want to change en masse, or you want to completely edit this risk matrix to be completely unique to yourself, changing the names and changing all sorts of things? All you need to do is click the export button. That will export this exact risk matrix, and you'll be able to edit that. So you'll see here that I'm actually able to change the names. I would be able to assign activity codes. So this would, if you could assign activity codes, this would enable you to automatically match when your plan is brought in. So for example, maybe concrete has the activity code CON1 that you use in your P6 or your other software. And I'm now assigning this to accommodation works. I could also rename this concrete, for example, if I wanted to. So you can fully customize this as long as you retain the same naming conventions. You can go in here, you can change these thresholds, you can kind of go ahead and do what you want. You're also more than welcome to add new lines. So yeah, there may well be new categories that you want to add or change the names or whatever it might be. You would then simply import back in, selecting the file that you had just edited and bring it back in. It will warn you if there has been anything that is not going to work. So if it uploads, you'll then see that your thresholds will change. If, for example, you have changed lots of thresholds in here, but you actually want to go back to the default, then all you need to do is go to the import screen and you can download the original template again. And then you could upload that again if you wanted to revert back to the original set of data. When you change these, it will just be relevant for the project that you are on. It won't affect the other projects that you have. However, if you change them and then you export your Excel spreadsheet here, you can then import that same spreadsheet into every single project you have if you want to. We're working on a feature at the moment which would enable that to be done on an organization-wide basis. But at the moment, you just need to make sure you share that risk matrix with your colleagues so that they can then use it in their project as well. Final thing, just a reminder, once you've changed your thresholds, you will need to resimulate. So you can resimulate using this button, but all over the platform, there will be a warning and a button saying that you need to simulate, just reminding you that the information you're looking at currently doesn't have the fresh set of thresholds that you have used. Thanks so much for listening.